Hello there, welcome back to the Gamers Tavern. Today we've got a big one on channel. I've got a Doctor Who collector box, and this is to celebrate the reaching 100 subscriber mark. Managed to get my hands on this and I'm super excited. As you can imagine, Doctor Who is very close to my heart, and obviously we're in search for a serialized Doctor card, but I'm in search for any Doctor Who card because I love the set. Beforehand, let's give a shout out to Johnny at the merchant shop. He'll help you out with all your retro gaming needs, as well as TCGs such as Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and One Piece. And he can help you out with all those old gaming needs and new gaming needs. So give Johnny a call or a message, or look up on his website and he'll give you a hand. Thanks, Johnny. Alright, so Doctor Who is one of the more different and unique collector products, due to the fact that it only had the collector boosters and the commander decks. So we'll have to see what comes out of this. I'm so excited, a big Doctor Who fan. All right. Now obviously the biggest hits in the entire collection is the serialized cards. But some of the surge foils in this set can be very expensive as well. Compared to their regular versions, I mean. They're not like superly expensive compared to stuff like the Final Fantasy surges. But just in conjunction with their variants that are non-foil, the surges have a very high premium. Okay, pack one. Okay, we've got a Surge Foil Mountain. Where's the best place for this? Alter the light a little bit. So make sure you guys getting a good view of everything on this box. Okay, so we've got Surge Foil Mountain. The 9th Doctor. Will we get all the Doctors? Choked Estuary. Time Wipe. A War Room. Okay, Truth or Consequence. That's one of the uncommons. Some of the uncommons to get in foil are actually harder than to get in some of the rares. So some of the uncommons are worth quite a bit more. 500-Year Diary. Oh. Exotic Orchard. How It Ends. I think this card is very underrated and not used enough in EDH. So target creature's owner shuffles it into their library, then faces a villainous choice. They lose 5 life, or they shuffle another creature they own into their library. So 4 mana, bounce 2, but potentially bounce 1, lose 5 life. If you've got a way of duplicating this or copying this spell, it can be really pretty nasty. Temple of Plenty. Oh, a Weeping Angel in a full art foil. Very nice. Blasphemous Act, full art foil. Sheltered Thicket. The Master Forged Anew. And the 10th Doctor. Not bad. And an Alien Warrior, Alien Rhino token. Okay. Well, having a 10th Doctor is never a sad day. So excited for this set. Oh wow, that token is dinged up badly. Look at that. Yikes. Okay, so we have a Forest, the 11th Doctor, a Cyber Mat in the Surge Foil. That'll be quite pricey, I suspect, as it's an uncommon Surge Foil. They're quite hard to come by. Temple of Plenty. Path of Ancestry in the foil, nice. Danny Pink, one of the more expensive cards in the set. Very nice. Adipposed. Foreboding Ruins. Run for Your Life in the full art foil. Canopy Vista. And Everybody Lives in a Surge foil. There you go. That's one of the better hits as well. This card's very good for Commander, very underrated, not played a lot. All creatures gain hexproof, indestructible till the end of turn. Players gain hexproof until the end of turn. Players' life total can't change, so I can't lose life. Player can't lose the game or win the game. It is a very specific kind of unusual, like Teferi's Protection, but this is such a good card. And, you know, the set, obviously some people love it, some people hate it, but it's still really good. So Tegan, nice, Surge Foil. The Master Manifest, and the 6th Doctor. All right. Oh, yeah, that token is really dinged and damaged. Like running your finger across it, you can feel how bad that one is actually damaged. And just looking at the pack, if you look on the inside, you can see where, I'm not sure you can see on the paper here. Oh, yeah, you can. You see where something's hit the actual box itself. But, or hit the pack, I should say. So far, not bad at all. A Danny Pink and Everybody Lives, not bad. Alright, Surge Foil Swamp. The 1st Doctor. Davros, not bad at all. The 2nd Doctor in a Surge Foil, very nice. Inspired Refrain. Farseek, another one of the ones. Like I said, the common and uncommons can be quite hard to come by in the foil. Doomsday Confluence. Fiery Islet. Into the Vortex Cascade Rebound. Full art foil. Shadow Blood Ridge. The 13th Doctor in Surge Foil. Haunted Ridge. And Tegan again in Surge Foil. So 2 different Surge Foil Tegans. Sarah Jane Smith. And the 12th Doctor. Soldier Mutant. Now recently a local guy who I know has decided he wants to step into Magic, and he's a big fan of quite a few of the properties from Universes Beyond, Lord of the Rings, Fallout, a few other ones. And he was looking at the prices and such, and I suggested to him, I said, what might be a good thing to do is once you get into Magic eventually and you've moved your way around, is maybe look to the Doctor Who decks, because they're not overly expensive as their EDH components, but you get a lot of value in the lands itself to help you build a collection. And a couple of the other lads who were sat with me at the time said, actually, that's a really good thing to say. Okay, the 4th Doctor in Surge Foil, because this set might not be to everyone's cup of tea, but it has so many land variants in it that you should be able to build a considerable amount of your collection up with those lands. So yeah. Dalek Squadron. There we go. Traverse Eternity. Exotic Orchard. Oh, all the lands there. Sheltered Thicket. Dan Lewis. Creeping Tar Pit. All of History All at Once. Time Travel Storm. If you can make this thing pop off, it is disgusting. If you can get a good storm count behind it. Thespian Stage. The Toymaker's Trap. Celestial Colonnade. Who remembers back when Celestial Colonnade used to be an expensive card? Or Creeping Tar Pit, either one of them. Inspired Refrain. Davros. And the 3rd Doctor. Okay, we seem to be getting quite a few of the Doctors in the back slot. Not bad. An Angel Insect. Well, thank you again for joining me for this one. It's quite a big one for a box. And it's, I think, a very underappreciated set. Mountain. The 8th Doctor. Blink. Now, getting the sagas in foil, these are quite hard to do as well. So that's nice to see. Joe Grant. Time Beetle, another uncommon. That's good to see. Clara Oswald in the Surge foil. Now that one is, from what I remember, quite a hard one to get. Quantum. Thespian Stage. Rotating Fireplace. Now, obviously, if you're a big fan of the TV show, there's so much, like, actually, that's just a perfect version of it, actually. River Song's Hello Sweetie carving it into the mountains. In the show, people have been trying to discover what the writing had meant for thousands of years, and it wasn't until the Doctor turned up and looked at it, and the TARDIS translates all alien languages and writing in your head, translates it for him, and it just says Hello Sweetie. So it was a 1,000-year-old love note from his wife, which is kind of very cheeky but very funny all at the same time. All of History All at Once again in the full art foil, Surge foil, sorry. Scatter Groves. Okay, so we got a Surge foil uncommon. Now these are, like I said, very hard to come by. The Fifth Doctor. And the Master Multiplied, one of the more expensive cards in the set as well. And an Alien Osgood token. I can't say so far that this box is not been good, because it has. Like, from a financial standpoint, it's a pretty good box so far. Forest. The 10th Doctor. Stormcarved Coast. And like I said, you've seen how many different lands come through the packs, and one of the criticisms of the set was there was too many lands. But for new players who are looking just to get in, who just want to pick up some Commander decks, and the Doctor Who ones are not that expensive, you get all of these lands in them. So you can bulk out your collection and learn to build 3 or 4 new decks just from there. Hey, a Command Tower, that's good to see in the foil. Astrid. Carly Minogue. Clara again. Missy. Carpet of Flowers. Toymaker's Trap. Sheltered Thicket. Fornox. Now that was a heartfelt episode. Temple of Abandon. Okay, we got Surge, Surge for Dalek Drone. TARDIS. And the Master Forged anew. An Alien Cyberman token. Alright, we're halfway through this. I'm taking the time with it a little bit because I love the set. I love the artwork. And I'm just enjoying it. Planes. The Fifth Doctor. Rassilon. Dugan. Flesh Duplicate, another one of the better hits within the set. Very nice. Frontier Bivouac. So once again, one of the common and uncommons in the foil is just hard to come by, so it's nice to see. Sarah Jane. Sundown Pass. The 13th Doctor. Carpet of Flowers in the full art foil. Nice. Oh. Cybership in the Surge foil. This is, I think, it is an expensive vehicle, but I think it's quite powerful for what it does. 6 mana, crew 4. When it deals combat damage to a player, put the top 2 cards of that player's library onto the battlefield face down under your control. They are 2/2 Cyberman artifact creatures. So regardless of whatever it is, they get milled, exiled, placed onto the field. Sorry, not exiled. Get placed onto the field, and they're 2/2 Cybermen. So it continually builds your own battleship, for lack of phraseology, but it is quite powerful. Chaos Warp in the Surge foil, very nice. Time Reaper, another one of the quite heartfelt episodes. Rose Tyler, and that's involving her and her dad. And a foil TARDIS, very nice. And a Warrior Dinosaur token. Okay, we've got 5 packs left. Making our way through this box. Now, many people would have told me to keep this box sealed. because of obviously it's going to become harder to get hold of these boxes and prices and such. But we just got to the 100 mark on the channel, 103 subscribers now, and I wanted to do something that was very me, which is Doctor Who, but also a way to do a good box that was kind of one that people haven't seen very much recently. So here it is, the 6th Doctor, another Path to Ancestry. Okay, Crisis of Consequence. That is a very, very, very memorable episode, and also a very, very good card. Pandorica. Ponder. There you go. Hard to get hold of in the foils and these. I keep saying it, but it is very true. Cyber Squadron. Non-legendary artifact creatures you control have Myriad. Very broken. Grasp of Fate. The 2nd Doctor. Cursed Mirror. The 6th Doctor in the Surge foil. Okay, Sunbag Cannon. Another Time Reaper. Master Multiplied. And a Surge foil, the Fugitive Doctor. It's nice to get a Surge foil, any of these. So, can't really see that very much, but we've only got one Surge foil of those ones. So they're quite hard to come by then. Now obviously trying to get a serialized Doctor is incredibly hard. Not as hard as some serialized cards, but still, it's hard. Surge foil Planes. The 12th Doctor. The Cult of Skaro. This is actually one of my commanders, this is. I love the idea of just being able to have, you know, when it attacks, it triggers, you get to choose one of the random pieces that can happen. And the whole deck here is basically Tribal Artifact. I call it the Metal Mind because it's got like Daleks and Cybermen and Necrons. It's all that kind of stuff. Okay, Thought Vessel. Nice. Rose Tyler in the Surge. Hey, Lupari. This will be the first foil version of this guy I've got. I was beginning to think we're never going to get one. The Master Formed anew. Drowned Catacombs. The Beast. Game Trail. Joe Grant in the Surge foil. Fractured Identity. Oh, there you go. That's one of the harder ones to come by big time. Cyberman Patrol in the old school version with the Surge foiling. That is very nice. Quite a pricey one, that. Weeping Angel and the 13th Doctor. And the horse. Woo! Clue token. All right, 3 packs left to go. Will the dream stay alive? Okay, we got a Mountain, the 4th Doctor, Cyber Controller. This is a really good card as well. So blue, and black, plus whatever you want to pay into it. And as each opponent mills X cards, puts all creatures milled this way onto the battlefield face down under your control. They are 2/2 Cyberman artifact creatures. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/1. Build your own army, like just as he enters. So even if they kill him, you still get all of the abilities except obviously the +1/1 because he'll be dead. Sergeant John Benton. Another command tower, that's nice to see. The Fugitive Doctor in the regular art. Graham O'Brien. Temple of Enlightenment. Soul of the TARDIS. That was a fun episode. Shipwreck Marsh. Flatline. This is another very underappreciated card in EDH. Creatures your opponents control have base, power, and toughness 0/1 till the end of turn. So, like, you could swing out as an alpha attack, you know, try and make some profitable blocks, and then just blow them out, turn all their stuff into tiny stuff, and just destroy them. Or they're swinging everything at you, and you do the same thing, make it a protection. This is so versatile. Great spell. Canyon Slough. Ryan Sinclair. The 12th Doctor. And the 2nd Doctor. And a Dalek Beast token. All right, 2 packs left to go. Okay, we got a Swamp, the 7th Doctor, Lightning Greaves. There you go, that's nice to see. Very nice to see, in fact. Time Lord Regeneration. Hey, uncommon in Surge Foil, that's very good. Fiery Islet. Sonic Screwdriver, another one of the uncommons in the foil, great to see. Clara Oswald. I went ages without being able to find any Claras whatsoever. In this box, there's been 3. Guess it's the way it goes sometimes. But this is a massive set with regards to numbers in the actual set. It's like over 1,000. Autonomous Soldier. Heroic Intervention. There we go. Never sad to see a Heroic Intervention. The Sisterhood of Khan. Another one of the ones I thought I was never going to find. Surge Foil, very nice. Temple of Malice. The 5 Doctors. The Master Gallifrey's End. And Sarah Jane. With a copy Cyberman token. Alright, last pack magic, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me on this journey. We're going to do a little recap in a minute. But I am thankful to all of you who have subscribed, liked, joined, all that good stuff. And please do, if you like this, give it a share, give us a comment, give us a like. Let's see if we can get to 200. Ireland, the 13th Doctor. The Dalek Emperor. Trenzalore. The Wedding of River Song. Soul Ring. There you go. That's nice to see. The Rani. Prairie Stream. Crisis of Consequence. Fortified Village. The Moment. Very nice. That's a nice one to see in Surge Foil. Skycloud Expanse. One of the nicest pieces of artwork. Stairway into the Clouds, and there's the TARDIS. Temple of Enlightenment. The 6th Doctor, and no serial Doctor, unfortunately. A Weeping Angel is stood there waiting for us to jump scare us at the end. Ah! Alright, we'll do a very quick recap on all of the foils. So we had the Weeping Angel at the top here. Sarah Jane, the 2nd Doctor. The 13th Doctor, the Fugitive Doctor we got in the Surge Foil, TARDIS, Master Multiplied, 3rd Doctor, 12th Doctor, the 6th Doctor, and the 10th Doctor. So we got a good chunk of Doctors there. And I think one of the other more potent and powerful hits within the box that we ended up getting definitely was Everybody Lives. So just this once, everybody lives. Well, thank you for joining me, people. I really appreciate it. Until next time, see ya.